Hello, pile 8877. If this was the stone that you were drawn to, just see if the camera's focusing, then this is your reading. This is actually a stone that I found on a beach nearby, so I just really like how it's got these stripe patterns on it. So yeah, so this is your reading. So this is going to be a general reading. There's going to be messages in there for you. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If something doesn't resonate and you're not really feeling that this has any resonance for you, then it might not be your reading today. Just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then you're welcome to choose another pile and see if there's any messages for you there. You can be drawn to more than one pile as well, so if there is any other piles that you are drawn to, or the stones or the card, then absolutely go and listen to that one. There may be messages for you there. There's no rules. You can listen to as many piles as you choose. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with this oracle card. This may be where you are at the moment in life, something that's on your mind. It could be in relation to the beginning of 2024. Then we're going to get some more cards on what you can expect in January, February 2024, or there may be messages extending to this card. Then we're going to go into tarot for some advice, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards for advice and charms. So yeah, we're just going to see how it goes, and hopefully there'll be some messages for you in this reading. So let's turn over your card. Now, I actually already started recording for this pile, and then I realised I didn't have my microphone plugged in, so I had to restart. So we're going to go again, but I'm just going to go over some of the messages that came from this reading. So I'm quite tight for space here. I'm going to put your cards along here because I'm using a tripod at the moment, so just bear with me. So what I was getting from this card is that you currently may be in a point in your life where you are finding it hard to let go of any control that you have over certain things in your life currently. So this card is called, I'll just pull it up closer, it's called Loosen Your Grip, Coping Mechanisms, Density, Addiction, and Let God In. So you can see these people here are just sort of what looks like they're falling down a waterfall. That's what I can see anyway. And what I got from this is, with the water running down like a waterfall, this person just has no choice but to flow through with it. Maybe the coping mechanisms that you've used in this particular moment with this particular situation or this particular point in your life, they might not be working for you how you would like them to at the moment, and that you might feel restricted. So I'm reading the notes that I quickly jotted down from what I got from this card when I wasn't recording properly, and what I got from these walls at the side here is that it might feel dense, you might feel restricted to what you can do at this point, and that this card is advising you to trust that everything will happen in the right timing, and to try to release any expectations with this going forward, and that the more that you release that going forward, your expectations, of how you want this to go and how you expect this to turn out, that if you actually try to just release that and go with the flow and trust that everything will unfold for you, you will find that you won't feel so heavy and so attached to this outcome, and that you will feel a lot lighter for this to flow to you. So what I got is that you will have some sort of spark or idea that might come from this, from loosening your grip, from letting go, from going inwards, sort of making more time for yourself if you can around your routine, to just see what ideas flow to you in that moment when you are in a space of contentment, when you're in a quiet space. It might feel hard to feel content right now where you are, but that if you take that time to just try to release the expectation, that you might get some ideas that might flow to you. So let's see what your next card is. So that's your first card. I'm just going to pick up your pile here. So this is your pile 8877. So I actually chose to go with angel numbers, and when I put my hand in the bowl to choose the numbers that fell out were the ones that were in your pile. So these numbers might have a meaning to you, they might not. Just take what resonates. There might be, I don't know, a month that might be connected to this reading. So your next advice card is the Great Severing, Mars energy, conflict, anger, softening to love. So this is Mars energy. There may be some sort of expansion that will happen when you've loosened this grip, this attachment that you may have to an outcome. You might have an expansive sort of idea or something that you want to do, but you may need to decide how to go down that path. There may be something that you need to release, or something that might be holding you back from taking this step. I'm just gonna have a quick look in the book for this one, see if there's any extra messages for you. So bear with me. I've had these cards for quite some time, but this one I'm not actually... I wanted to say Aries with Mars. I don't know why. Take it if it resonates. So this is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid, it's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others in the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. And then your Starseed Soul Inquiry message is, how are you cutting yourself off from love, and how can you soften towards those who have hurt you? So yeah, I hope there's some advice in that card. Let's see what you've got next in your pile. So for your animal cards, I chose the Animal Spirit deck. First card you have is the vulture, and the second animal card you have is the fish. Let's just move them up a little bit. Okay. I'm just having a moment to see. With the fish energy, it can be some scatteredness, like I'm getting a swimming upstream sort of feeling. Okay, so with a fish, fish is restless, change of focus and lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. To keep in balance, adaptable and travels well. When out of balance, distracted, changes mind often. And to bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. So it may be like with the 2 cards here, there may be overthinking on what steps to take, and like a restlessness on how to move forward in something. And the vulture is actually really resourceful. So you may have some ideas of how you can achieve this. So the vulture is the guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. Perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all, this intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our mess. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued, and what you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic or aggressive. And to bring into balance, clean your space and to sage. I'm noticing like this purple aura around this vulture as well, which usually symbolises wisdom. And you may find, if you're spiritual, you may find that you are drawn to meditating more, spending time in nature, grounding yourself. You may get messages, downloads, or you may not be aware that you are receiving them. You might hear messages and songs. You might notice whatever you believe in. Whether you believe, I usually say spirit, but if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, you may find that you have like a certain awareness, as the purple usually resembles the third eye as well. So you might actually have a vision of how you want this to go. And so by receiving those visions, you can manifest how you take those next steps forward a bit more when you calm this restless energy. Because, you know, you've got red here for the root chakra, so and here in the Great Severing, which is all about stability, right? So you might be sort of thinking, okay, I need to figure this all out now. I need to know how this is going to unfold. But if you can loosen your grip and soften your mind and these old mechanisms, these old ways of dealing and these old patterns that you follow that may have worked in the past but aren't working for you now, when you soften yourself to receive these ideas, like in this flow of water, when it flows to you, then this restless energy may be less so, and you'll have more sense of direction and where you're going. I'm just going to move these cards to make a bit more room, so that we can look at your tarot cards next. So I'm just going to move them over here so you can still, I can't pick them up, so you can still see them. There we go. There, right. So we can look at your tarot cards next. So this is the, what's this deck called? It is called the Weird Cat Tarot by Gabrielle Cash. I really love this deck, it's so sweet. And the cards are just so cute and mini. So these are your tarot cards. So the first card you have is the Queen of Cups. The next card you have is the Four of Cups. The Chariot. And the Moon. Just give me a moment, guys. So it may be with the Four of Cups that you had some dissatisfaction with, or that you felt you couldn't move forward in a choice, or it could be in a partnership, or it could be in a new job, new career choice. It could be an emotional decision with these Cups cards. And a feeling of frustration around this decision. Maybe unsure on if you did take that step forward, what the outcome would be. And then with the Queen of Cups, we've got a more heart-centered approach that needs to be taken. Perhaps connecting, sorry, that's my boiler. Perhaps connecting more with any creative hobbies or things that you enjoy to do outside of work or outside of your commitments. To have this lightheartedness from this card here, in order to trust more for this Chariot movement to come forward. There may have been some illusions with the Moon on, maybe in relation to this Severing card, where you felt conflicted. You may have found it hard to express yourself. Like, I'm feeling it's quite hard to find the words right now that I need. Let's see, going forward. So with this Vulture card, with these new ideas that you have, you might have an opportunity to move forward on this with the Chariot, and to let go of these past beliefs with the illusion. Maybe you get some clarity on how you feel emotionally about this choice. Let's see what other cards you have. Your Oracle card for advice is the Sea of Waves. Calibrate to nature. This is actually a new deck that I am not familiar with, so I'm just going to have a little read and see what it says, see if there's any messages in there for you. Number 16, that might be relevant. Let's have a little look for that one. I'm feeling like a tightness in my stomach, like that could be related to anxiety. You might feel really anxious at the moment. There may be, with all this blue colour, there may be a struggle to communicate or to express yourself. If this is something in relation to your heart space, so it may be that there is an emotional choice to make, or it could be that if you are taking a new step in career or in your life, it might, with this Chariot, you might feel anxious about what is to come after those steps. And I'm getting from this card that if you can get yourself near the sea, listening to the waves, even if you just listen to the sound of the waves on your phone at night, or something to connect you with water, surround yourself with water, drink water, then this will help with your communication and to clear up your mind a bit more. So this card, you're invited to flow into the waters of the Sea Queen of Waves. Imagine yourself diving and playing as each wave pulls in and up and smoothly folds into itself, crashing like the crescendo of a song. The Sea Queen of Waves' purpose is to remind you to dive into the natural flow of your body. There's the flow card again. Where was I? And soul are calling for. See the opportunities in your life as waves. Many may flow in like abundant swells and will be followed by a period of quiet calmness. It's interesting because you chose this stone as well, which is actually a stone from the beach. And it's actually, can you see, it's like a shape of a heart. And this has been smoothed down. So it's almost like with each wave of emotion or whatever you're going through, it feels overwhelming, but it's actually smoothing you down into a more centered space. Where was I? This is how life goes and flows, so do not worry if a slow moment of your life comes along. It is just the Sea Queen of Waves giving you a break to contemplate before you go into a new phase of abundant experiences. Use these calm, waveless moments to recalibrate. Tidy your home, finish lingering projects, and simply enjoy the stillness. This won't last forever. A new group of waves will surely come again to reinvigorate your life. With the reinvigorate, I'm hearing ginger. You might be called to have ginger in your cooking, or like you can get little ginger shots. I recently purchased one, I think it was from M&S with apple in it. That might give you a bit of a boost if you're feeling lethargic or if you're feeling stressed. Sacred Sea Ritual. Take a few moments to contemplate where you are in your life. Are you in a swell of opportunities or a calm, quiet, waveless period? Notice how this wave phase makes you feel. How do you normally act and react during a time such as this? And how would you like to be during this time? How do you want the course of your life to flow? Ask every part of your body what it desires and create more time and space to indulge in the flow of your cravings. Set your lifestyle up to create ease in all desired aspects of your life and dive into newly created waves. Know that your situation too will shift, changing subtly, just as waves flow. Begin to fall in love with yourself each time you can see the waves coming and dive directly into a fresh desire or experience. Raise your head and hands in celebration of the natural flow of yourself and activate the Sea Queen of Waves in your consciousness. And then see what other messages there are. There's an affirmation. My life is like a wave of the sea. Opportunity and abundance flow in with consistency, just as the ocean does infinitely. I am calm and patient and trusting when the swell of opportunities slows down, and I utilize these moments to calibrate my soul and creativity. It says here, celebrate the waves of your life. This too will pass and shift. Things will not remain this way forever. Abundance comes in swells. Calm, gentle times shall be honoured, and take time to recover during slow periods of life. Okay. And then next I'm going to have a look at your Divine Feminine Oracle card. I will probably ruin this by trying to pronounce this. Khadija. I probably haven't pronounced that right. The mother of believers, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven on earth for myself. Right, so I'm going to have a little look at the book for this card as well, because I have not had this card before out of the whole deck. Okay, so I've just had a little look in the book for this card here. I'm noticing how this chain around her neck is focusing. I don't know if you can see this very well, but there's a light sort of coming from her heart space, and with the Queen of Cups and this cup energy and all of this water energy that, you know, with the fish, with the Queen of Waves, and with, find this card, loosen your grip, there it is. There's a lot of emotional, and of course with the moon as well. The moon can represent Cancer, if you have any Cancer in your chart. And with this green moon as well, we are coming into full moon now as I record this. I believe it's a full moon tonight as I'm recording this. Yeah, so you may be called to focus on your heart space more, on your heart chakra. Maybe eat more green foods in your diet. I'm focusing on this. It looks like a tree in the background, and there's green. Yeah, you might be called to use more green foods in cooking. Let's have a little look what the book says. Okay, so there's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we're going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship to the material world is crucial and integral to reaching our spiritual potential. I really can't say this name, I'm so sorry. Khadija represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence, and we can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves. This could be maybe a choice to go self-employed. You may have a family that you are considering taking with you on this step, or you may want a family maybe with a person in your life right now that represents this Queen of Cups. It could be a male, it could be a female, regardless of what gender you are. And you may be unsure how they feel about taking the step. And with the blue that we saw, you might be finding it hard. You can see here it's lit up on her throat as well. I'm actually struggling to speak at the moment. You might be struggling with communicating this choice, or it might be affecting family with this move or this change that you have to discuss. It might be your family, it might be a family that you have, children that you have, or an old career that might be changing. Let's go back to where we were. And we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. There's also a false idea about the true love will find us and how. Khadija liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved or supported or provided for by our life partner. Khadija provided for the Prophet, and her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman and single mum. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. Khadija reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depths of our love. It says here, do I feel worthy of abundance? And the intention is, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven on earth for myself. So you might find as well that with the vulture card and the purple representing the third eye, you might find that you have this idea here with the great severing. You have this idea of maybe things that you have learnt growing up, or the people around you. Sorry, I'm trying to sort out these cards because that's really frustrating me. I can't pick them up. Here we go. I've really messed this up, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to move them so you can see them. You might have had this idea. It may have been somebody that you grew up with that made you feel with this fish card that life had to be a struggle upstream, and that you couldn't express your creativity or ideas that were a bit more modern in taking this step that you want to do, or this thing that you want to achieve. It could be a hobby, it could be anything. And that we've got mother of believers, the mother of believers here, and this gold around her is believing that you can be financially abundant in your choice, tuning in with any ideas that you have. You see the crown chakra, so that you can move forward with the chariot. It's funny, I've put the fish underneath the chariot here, so you've gone from being in this stagnant energy to having clarity to move forward and releasing any illusions that you may have had. You see a little crabby and they look really scared, look. It might be that you need to release some fears as well for you to take this step forward. So I'm gonna pull some letters, and I said charms, but I don't actually have any charms. They're letters, so I'm gonna pull some letters, and I can pull some numbers as well to see if there's any more messages here for you. Okay, pile 8877. We're going to do your letters and some astro dice just to see if any messages come through. So I'm just going to grab some letters out now, so it might be loud if you've got headphones on, or you know, it just might be loud. Right, there's loads. That's so many. I'm going to try and get them all into view as much as I can. We've got V, another V, we've got two V's, A, E, I, Y, got an N, F, these could be initials, H, Z, G, A, P, M, I, G, A, H, G, got so many, L, I, got live, O, I wanted to say lion, I can't see an N, just, oh yeah, we do have an N, so it could be lion, H, T, C, C, O, I don't know if I can get all of these in, M, N, Y, K, could be Mike, let's come out, R, D, O, try and get them all in, and H. Hopefully you can see all of those. Let's see what I can see. We've got Harry. There was a Y somewhere. There it is. Harry. We've got Terry. Let's move these around a bit. I'm trying to make room so I can actually move them around to make words. Hattie. See. Oh, I'm having trouble, guys. I don't know why. Hopefully there's something here for you that you can see. We've got Kerry. I'm going to leave those there for you so you can screenshot them and you can sort of see what stands out for you. So I'm going to do some astro dice now to see what signs come out from those. So these are going to be quite loud. Okay, so first of all we have Saturn, we have 6th house, and we have Scorpio. So you could have Scorpio in your 6th house. The month June could be relevant, and your 6th house is health, work and structure, and Saturn can be Capricorn, can symbolize authority, so it could be somebody in your work career is a Capricorn, perhaps. Sorry, my neighbour's banging outside. I don't know if you can hear that. It's really annoying. maybe somebody is doing some repairs on your home right now. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful. If anything resonates, if anything stands out, please do let me know. Leave me a message and tell me if anything was helpful at all. And I hope that you have a great day wherever you are. And yeah, sending you so much love, and hope to see you here again soon. Bye bye. Hello, pile 091. If you chose this number or this shell, this is your reading. So you might feel called to this shell. It's really pretty. I'll just pop that there. And this is your oracle card, which is Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So I'll just show you that up close. I'll move that up there. Sorry, I'm just tuning in to see what I get from this card. There's a lot of blue. You might be feeling called to express yourself a bit more. I don't know why I'm getting from this. At first I thought this was a crow, but it's not, it's her hair. You might really like crows, who knows. You might be called to use your voice in something. That's what I'm getting from this with the breath of the cosmos. You might be feeling called to express yourself on a subject, or you might be leading people with your voice. You might be managing in a role in your career, or taking the lead in something that you might need to speak up on. And with my will to thy will, this is about you having a choice in this direction that you might feel drawn to take a leap in. And sometimes when we try to micromanage everything, it can be a bit overwhelming. Can you see how there's a spiral here in the shell, and there's a spiral here as well? And I always remember being a child, there's a certain type of shell that you can put to your ear and you can hear the ocean. Maybe you'll get some more clarity if you are surrounded by the ocean. Maybe take a break, listen to the waves. But it's really interesting how we've got this spiral, this vortex here mirrored. You might be feeling like you're being swirled around at the moment with a lot of stuff going on. And with all this purple energy, this might be actually about you taking the lead in your life and making decisions, or taking steps into something where it might be unknown or new to you. You might feel called to the stars. You might have an interest in the stars. There might be an area in the sky that you are drawn to, like a star or a system that you really feel called to, or used to feel called to as a child. You may have liked to stargaze, or you may like to try stargazing, or starbathing, as I like to call it, on a warm summer's evening perhaps. Pop some rugs down or something and just gaze at the stars, and you may have a wish as well that you are called to focus on. You see how she's pointing to this star? There might be something that spirit or God, whatever you believe in, is calling you to focus on. You might have a dream or a goal that you want to achieve, and I feel like this card is encouraging you to go for it. And you might have a role to play in this, with maybe a decision something that you verbalize you might be finding it difficult to verbalize something that maybe you're going around in this cycle with your expression, or maybe you feel a little bit stagnant with your expression, or maybe you feel a bit judged if you express yourself on something. And I feel like this purple is calling you to release that, to express yourself authentically, even though it is difficult. And try not to manage everything all at once. I'm just going to read the meaning to this card to you quickly to see if there's any messages. Okay. So, we've got here, when we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mischievous, the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to a greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. And when you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be, and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. And then the activation for this card is, I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me and please show me the way. I've just realised that I didn't actually light the incense for your reading, so I'm going to do that now. And I also had the card from pile 1, the stone from pile 1 up here, so I've moved that now. Just need to get myself organised. Right, so let's see what your next card is here. You have the Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Yeah, so this really goes nicely together, because this one is telling you to release your control, release your grip and control on your life right now, and to pour more devotion into yourself, into your heart space, and into your vibration. Can you see, like, I'm really drawn to this blue and this green here, which is your throat chakra and your heart chakra. We're coming into spring as well, and I'm really drawn to these flowers. There may be new opportunities of growth for you when you release control, and then you might find that you are attracting some opportunities into your life. Let's have a little look at this card as well, just to see if there's any further messages on this one. Cosmic Heart. So I know this is at the beginning of the book. It's not very far. Here we go. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within to the intelligence of your own heart. So again, I mentioned the heart space. Maybe try meditating with your hand on your heart and try and connect to that space when you can. I mean, meditating doesn't have to be sitting still. Meditating, it can be going for a walk in nature, sitting near the ocean, listening to I want to say solfeggio frequencies. If you haven't tried those before, they're usually on YouTube. They're very good. You can find ones that are actually for the heart chakra. To bow deep reverence into your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, and to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. I want to say, in a self-care sort of way, you might be having to express yourself and to put yourself first. in something. You might feel like you need to put yourself first, and you might have learned that this is a selfish thing to do, but it's not. If you need time to devote to yourself, however that looks around your lifestyle or around your job, your career, your family, to make sure that you are doing that. I'm feeling really drawn to the rose quartz with the roses as well. You might want to work with rose quartz. It's a really easy stone to work with, and you might be feeling called to that. Forgotten what made you start doing them in the first. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very centre of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, and to turn your gaze deep, deep, deep. There are reasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. There are seasons, not reasons. Seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now you're being called to plant your soul seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with your sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what is, that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, and to make your life one big moving prayer. How can you make your life a moving prayer? Oh, I'm getting a song to my head now. It's an 80s song. Living on a prayer, is it? I don't know. I don't know what song came into my head then. Oh, it's really annoying. It's gone. Maybe you're an 80s child. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. The first pile, I got really dry throat, so if I sound a bit dry, that's why. So the next cards we have, I'm going to try and squeeze this all in. I'm feeling really cool to put this cosmic heart over the top. And you've got your shell here. Maybe I'll bring that down for you to look at. You've got two animal cards here. You've got the octopus and the buffalo. Really interesting. The buffalo card matches the similar colours in this cosmic heart. And then you've got lots of colours here in the octopus. You might be a really logical person or a really creative mind. You might have loads of ideas at the moment that are just brewing and you want to take action on them, and you're being called to ground yourself with these two cards. And the buffalo is actually a really strong and stable animal that I believe the card says that when there are obstacles in the way, like with this thunder, you may have had a tower moment in your life recently. And when I say a tower moment, you may have had a moment where things had fallen, crashed down all around you, or maybe you had an ending of a cycle or something in your life that you had to stand your ground with. Could be a career, could be somebody in your life. Maybe they were too much in your energy a little bit, getting with the octopus. Or something was taking up too much of your time, was a bit too clingy, maybe a career or something. Or it could be maybe something in your life that you have to dedicate yourself to, that you were struggling to find time for yourself. And you're being called to focus on this now. And hopefully things will be clearing on your path and you will have lots of help, lots of opportunities to help you with this, so that you can focus more on yourself or more on what you need to be able to achieve this leadership from this card here, this leadership goal or this idea. Let's just have a little look in the book on the octopus, see if there's any extra messages for that one. You may be a water sign, or you may have someone in your life that's a water sign. Just see, so that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sorry, my brain is not functioning today. Where is it gone? Come on now. Aquarius can be, although I usually associate Aquarius with air, but it can be water too, I believe. Octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. It might be that you've had this cloudiness around a choice or a direction that you wanted to go into, and you're being called to take some time for yourself so that you can knock down any obstacles that may be in your way so that you can have this clear vision of what path you need to take or how to move forward. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. So this could be work relationships as well, not just personal relationships or family. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. You could find that maybe somebody in your life was a little bit like this, or a career or something in your life was taking up too much time for you to focus or use your voice how you're being called to. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries, be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. So this, you might have some like people-pleasing tendencies or some tendencies to keep people happy in your life because you're micromanaging with this card. You're micromanaging all of this in your life, and maybe it got a bit too much and you just need to ground yourself, because I'm hearing we can only do so much with our time and we can't keep everybody happy. We've got to look after ourselves as well. When in balance, interested, engaged, intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself, and talk therapy. You may have a lot of stuff going on in your head that you need to offload. You might find journaling really good thing to do. Write these ideas down, write whatever is stressing you out. Maybe try and change your way of thinking with some manifestation affirmations or goals that you want to achieve. Write them down. You can even meditate, ground yourself, have a pen free in your hand, and just write down whatever comes to your mind. With this third eye energy, you might find that you'll get a strike of lightning moment where you know what your next step is. So let's see what your tarot cards are after these two cards. Pile 091, I'm so sorry. I cannot film from above anymore because my phone storage is completely full, so I'm having to use my tablet at the moment to film this, so I'm really frustrated. But I hope that you can see the cards okay. And I'm gonna record back from where I finished off because I was cut off, and I'm really frustrated about that. You might feel frustrated at the moment actually. But especially with this Ten of Swords, maybe that's a message that was meant to come through. And this Knight of Pentacles, you know, something might be slow, a slow progress that you're getting frustrated with. So maybe that was a message that you needed to hear. And also with this Knight of Wands, maybe you're gonna get a solution with this Ace of Swords, maybe a new idea, or someone is going to come in with a new idea to speed things up. And you know, with the Wand energy, it's a lot quicker. It could be a fire sign that might help you with this, or somebody with a fire sign in their chart. And what I was saying in the reading, I'm not sure if I recorded it or not, is with the Seven of Pentacles, you are harvesting your abundance slowly, and you're being advised to make sure that you are making sure that you make sure that your harvest is going to last you through the next coming months, because we're focusing on this month and next month, which is January and February as I'm filming this, but it's a timeless reading, so it can be from any time that you're watching this. You could be towards an end of a cycle as well, because we've got an Ace for new beginnings, new ideas. So you could be getting ready for this with your finances, and you could be receiving a choice in your abundance, in your finances. You could have a choice to make. But I feel like you're going to be able to do this when you have been patient and you get this clarity with this lightning card at the back here as well, which you can just see. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. I'm so sorry that the recording cut off sooner, but let's look into the next cards that we have for you. We have the sea goddess of creativity, fresh creative joy. So I'm going to read this card out because it's a new deck that I'm not super familiar with. So the sea goddess of creativity has come to you to awaken your awareness of your own creative expression. Are you taking the time to express yourself creatively? Sorry. Are you creating a sacred space for playfulness? And when was the last time you tried a new way of expressing your spirit? The sea goddess of creativity is urging you to take time to express your feelings, emotions, and passion through the art of writing. I did say journaling with that octopus card. Singing, which you can see actually in this card here. I'm sorry to keep going back to the cards here, but I'm making a mess of it now. You can see it looks like maybe you do enjoy to sing. Maybe it will do you some good to sing. Clear your throat chakra. We've got a lot of blue here. Where was I? Music, singing, designing and building. She wants to celebrate your creative power with you, as this is her purpose, to play in creative expression and access a flow state and remain there as long as possible. If you can do this, the sea goddess of creativity may visit you and share her powerful insights in conjunction with your higher self messages. So your higher self might actually be giving you these ideas of the Ace of Swords and this clarity. You have nothing to lose and everything to discover, so dive in and express your soul spirit. The sacred creative ritual is all about celebrating that you have a body and you get to make things with. Gather all you need to be fun, silly, childlike, playful and creative as you can be in this moment. Do you need to change your music, set out your supplies, or get outdoors to do this? Keep it simple and just begin. I'm getting an image of like hula hooping. Maybe you should try that. It's very playful. Give your analytical mind something to focus on, so it doesn't start doing what it does best, overthinking. Colouring in can really be good for overthinking when you have like an anxious mind, just saying. Settle in with a deep intention as you start creating and keep your mind focused on chanting this as your body and innate sea goddess of creativity begin to flow through you. Trust your body's movements and allow whatever needs to come through to be let out. Find the present in this moment and reveal in the blissful now. Remain in this place for as long as you can. Do this daily if possible. A whole new reality can be accessed from this playful daily ritual practice. I'm getting that you may need to work with your throat chakra and maybe your third eye, but I'm getting more for throat chakra from this, and expressing maybe your creativity, however that looks, expressing yourself. We did say about authenticity as well, using your voice. Maybe you have a message to share. So, and we've got creativity here, so that's really exciting. And then your goddess card is Lala. I may be pronouncing that wrong. The Saint of Spoken Words. See? Spoken words. It's definitely to do with your throat chakra activating here. Every word I say becomes a prayer, which we have here in Make Your Life a Moving Prayer. I am the author of my own story. Maybe you're being called to write as well, or share your message, or share your life story in some way. Maybe you're being called to guide people. And let's read more on this card here. Sorry, I'm really not laying them out very well for you to see. There we go. Let's have a little quick read on this one. Actually number 100, so maybe 88 is, maybe you've been seeing 8s a lot. 8 can symbolize abundance as well. So, words have power to shift our reality or continue to reinforce it. Louise Hay, founder of Hay House, turned to me during a dinner party, looked me right in the eyes and declared, "Every word you say is an affirmation." This is perhaps one of the most crucial spiritual lessons to remember. If we are not separate from the soul, and if the soul is not separate from the divine, then we have the power to co-create our life. Lala is the invitation to pay close attention to each word we say to ourselves within and the words we say to ourselves to the people we love. She is the acknowledgement from the soul that our every sentence is a prayer. If we want more love, more light, more of that joy and freedom that expands our capacity to be present in the world, then Lala reminds us that we can become the author of our own reality right now. We can speak our desire into being. I wanted to say Lala then. It's not Lala, it's Lala. But when you think of Lala, in Teletubbies, she's like really super happy, isn't she, that yellow colour? And she's just really playful and silly. So, and there's lots of yellow here, so maybe you need to channel your inner Lala. Just saying. Lala is the reminder that we are so powerful that changing the words we use to describe ourselves can change the trajectory of our lives. We can choose to focus our attention on each I am statement we say, and we can infuse our lives with the nectar that comes when we act on the truth that we are not separate from the divine. It says here, what are the most powerful words for me to use frequently right now? Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. You could journal and write down affirmations or statements that you want to ingrain into your mind and say them aloud. That might really help too. And let's get some letters and numbers to see what comes out for you and see if there's any other messages there. Hi pile 091. So we're just going to pull some letters and some astro dice for your reading for further messages. You don't have to resonate, it's just some extra confirmation. So it might be a bit loud, so if you've got headphones on or anything, I'll try and turn the volume down for you. Let's see what we can get from there. We've got X, G, V, I, H, V, Z. I'm going to try and get these all up here so you can see them clearly. M, Q, can't pick them up. L, T, N, and A, Taz, Tazzy. Let's see what we can get from this. I'll just play around and see if we can find some words. I've got Lynn. I don't know if you'd spell Lynn like that with an I. Oh, it's backwards. I'll try not to move them around so much. We've got Viv, so someone's name could be Viv. Mina, I don't know if that's the name. Yeah, let me know if there's any initials or anything that stands out to you there. I'm just going to leave those there for you to look at. And let's do your astro dice next. So these might be quite loud, so again, I'll make sure the volume's down if you've got headphones on, just to warn you. Okay, so first of all, we have Aquarius. So you could have Aquarius in your chart, or somebody that you know could have Aquarius in their chart. Aquarius is an air sign. This could be somebody who's quite unique and independent. We have Venus, no, Mercury. Mercury, so Gemini or Virgo. And we have the third house. So third house is relationships. Can symbolize communication, so you could have communication with an Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your third house, or Mercury in your third house. March could be a relevant month. You could be traveling in March, maybe to meet an Aquarius. Something to do with transportation. Yeah, the third day of the week is Wednesday, so it could be a Wednesday. Your birthday could be on the 3rd or in March. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, let me know if anything else does stand out, and please do send me a message and let me know how you found this reading. If there were any messages in the reading, please let me know that resonated with you. If not, don't worry, just choose another pile if you feel called to. If not, then don't worry either, it's not your reading today. But yeah, just sending you so much love, and sorry about the camera quality in the middle of your reading. Unfortunately, what it was is that I just didn't have enough storage on my phone in the end, so that's why I was having trouble. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me if you did this far, and sending you so much love wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye. Okay, pile 3361. If this is the angel number you chose, or the stone Prehnite, I'll just do a little close up just for that to focus. Or if the card was what you were drawn to, then this is your reading. Prehnite stone is known for love and healing. It reminds you to stay true to yourself, encouraging acceptance and forgiveness, bringing clarity to your heart and mind. It will also help you to declutter your surroundings, removing things you no longer need, and organising things you wish to keep. It's referred to as the stone of prediction because of its ability to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual world, making it excellent to use with all forms of divination. So that's a really good stone. To me, this stone is, it reminds me of the ocean. It's this really nice ocean colour. So that might have been why you were drawn to it. And your card for today is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. I actually love this card. It's one of my favourites. This actually came out for me earlier when I was shuffling the cards. So that's been out more than once today. So I'm just going to have a little look over in the book for this one. But I feel like this card is pretty much encouraging you to step up to something that you have been thinking of doing, or there may be an opportunity or a new door opening up for you soon, where you have an opportunity to step up. You could be stepping up in a position, a job, or you could be stepping up to a new role in your life, you know, with your family or friends, or just your lifestyle. There could be maybe somewhere that you are thinking of going, that you're excited to take the next step towards. It could be that you feel you're being called to initiate in something, to learn something new, again with gifts and training. Or maybe it's that you are feeling called to just change up something in your life, and now feels like the right time for you to do it. You feel like you're motivated. You could feel nervous about taking a new leap into something. I'm getting the Fool card energy from this as well, which symbolises new beginnings. So let's just have a little look in the book, see if there's any messages there for you. Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. You came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called towards a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling unprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap. So you could, like I said, you could be leading in towards something. It says leap though, and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. You might see the smoke from the incense is just blowing this way, by the way. Maybe that's encouragement for you to cleanse your space, or you could try using incense to do that. There are other methods. It says, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. So I feel like that card is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to see what's next in your next oracle card. You have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So there could be somebody that you are thinking of at the moment, or there might be someone that comes to mind with this card. There might not be. It could be a karmic family relationship or a karmic relationship in friends and people that are close to you. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. But it could be that you are perceiving this connection from sort of like a step back, where you are maybe things are unfolding for you, where you are understanding what your role is in this connection. It could be, again, with the step up and the soul growth, that you are learning a new path, or you're embodying a new energy where you are growing in this connection. You could be called to Orion as well, the Orion stars, should I say. Or maybe there is some information there if you are interested to look it up. And you could be called to immerse yourself in water as well, just to cleanse your energy. That could really help to just keep you grounded. There's a lot of blue here as well, so you could be called to look at your throat chakra. Maybe this is an area that you are working on, speaking and expressing yourself clearly, communicating with others clearly to avoid any conflicts, so that you can express yourself. And with this ocean green look, it goes really well with what looks like water here. Let's see what's next in your reading. So for your animal spirit cards, you have got unicorn and beaver. So I'm just gonna move some of this back to make room, and I'm going to move that incense out of the way because it's blowing in my face. You could be called to work with celestite, which is a really good stone for throat chakra, and also for just many things in general. It's a very calming stone with that blue colour. There's a lot of blue in this card as well. So I'm going to put these cards here. You could be perceived as, or you could resonate with this unicorn energy of just having a lot of vibrant creativity, perhaps. And your third eye chakra might be relevant as well. You might find that you are having vivid dreams lately, or especially with this purple in the background, you could be looking into spirituality a little bit more, or you could be interested in it, and you could be receiving messages in your dreams. Horses obviously represent Sagittarius, so you could have Sagittarius placements in your chart, or somebody in this karmic relationships card that you might be thinking of could be a Sagittarius or a water sign. And with the beaver card, there could be something obviously you are building, working on, maybe at home, maybe family, and home is something that you are focusing on right now, and you're being called to step up and prepare for that. Let's just have a little look in the book while we are looking. It's so difficult filming like this because I'm using a tripod, so apologies. Unicorn card. This is a spirit card as well. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. So in your dreams, you could be receiving information from your higher self that could be helping you right now. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is, we wonder where our intuition comes from, and if we can really trust it. We think about higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for the answers. So the unicorn card is linked to the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it is to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see past and present, while this third eye peers into the future. So this could be about any visions or goals or things that you want to see in your future as well. So let's just look at the beaver card. Where is he? It's hiding. Where are you, beaver? There you are. Right, so the beaver is it an earth? The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family, and express it by way of earth element, providing a home financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started they'll work steadily for weeks, months or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term, steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma, yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labour and selfless service. Hard worker, loyal, tireless and family first. Okay, so let's look into your tarot cards. I'm just going to check that I'm still recording. Yep. Move these up somehow. I really need to figure out a better way of doing this. Right, I want you to see that cooled card because it's such a nice card. Let's do it this way, look. Pop those two up there. And then we're going to put the tarot cards over the top. Okay, so the first card you have is the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, just give me a minute to just check in. Five of Pentacles. So you could be going into a hermit energy to prepare for what it is that you're moving towards with this step up card. You may have needed this time to shine a light on your next steps that you're going to take. And maybe you've had some messages in dreams, or it could be that your main focus right now is building something up. So what I'm getting from the Five of Pentacles is that you've been feeling a little bit worn down. with this card here, the beaver, building up your, it could be your finances, it could be finding stability, working towards stability, working hard towards a stable future, or working hard for family. And with the Five of Pentacles, I'm getting that it's like a cup that's half filled. Okay, so we need to practice this in the Hermit energy, this self-care, going within, making time for yourself, maybe journaling, writing down maybe anything you get in dreams, any messages you get, and just taking time for yourself, slowing down anytime, at any point that you can, in order to fill your cup back up again, so that you have the energy to pour back into this, because you're going to receive some sort of, it could be a download with a crown chakra, it could be a gift, or perhaps things, you're going to be in an energy that you can create more flow with this water here, that you can receive more, and that you are in this energy of abundance and this mindset of abundance with the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like January and February you're going to embody this. It may have been after a period of having to cut something out, or it could be that you had too much on your plate. With this message of the cup half empty that I got from this card, the Five of Pentacles, it could be that you were sort of juggling so much on your plate and you just needed to take some time for yourself in order to build this back up. Or it might be that this is where you find yourself soon. You're working hard towards any future choices that you want to make. It could be moving with the beaver card. You could be thinking of moving and leaving an old property behind, or leaving a job. Whatever it is, you're being called towards a change, and this change is going to involve, it's going to call you to be your authentic self, and for you to embody this queen energy. And you might find that when you take time to contemplate that, with this third eye, you might receive some advice, perhaps from somebody with the Hermit, or guidance. Let's see what's next in your advice card. We've got Sacred Fish Spirit, surrender to simplicity. I'm getting like maybe a bit of overthinking or over worrying energy coming through with whatever it is that you're preparing for, and but then also with the Queen of Pentacles, it's a very nurturing, caring energy, and I think you just need to remind yourself that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Let's see what the card says here. I surrender to the smallness of my life, as I am part of the greater whole humanity. I am open to connecting with my community more, to honour my purpose and remain aware and humble of who I am and why I came to earth. When I see fish or hear the word fish, I will remember this. It says here, the Sacred Fish Spirit has a message for you. I am surfacing from the deepest reef of the sacred sea to guide and honour you on your journey. You are being asked to create purpose for yourself and your life in the simplicity of your day. Your breath, your food, your home, your bed and your laughter. It is in the smallest moments, just as one fish is to one moment, when all moments link together as a school of fish does. These small moments add up to the sum of your life experience. The consciousness of these mundane actions and experiences can change your entire perspective of what life is and what you came to earth for. Set your sacred space, and if you can be in or near water, it will assist greatly in accessing the flow state required to tap into the consciousness of your inner joy. Imagine water enveloping your entire being as you morph into a fish in the sea, and use your imagination to design the colours and shape of your fish scales. As you sink into the calmness of the sea, see yourself swim around and locate a group of fish just like you. You might be called to socialise a little bit more as well, if you've been in this hermit mode. You all begin to swim in unison, creating magnificent shapes and patterns together. Feel the application of your purpose as a fish. Feel the simplicity of your fishy spirit's life, and how when you come together you become more powerful. Your purpose becomes clearer, and you can see how connection and collaboration with others can make your own life full of happiness and infinite joy. Again, I'm feeling like being around family as well is important. When you feel complete swimming with your fish spirits, swim to the surface as you beam your love and gratitude into the sea and other fish, and visit again whenever you feel a gentle reminder of the simplicity of your life's purpose. And what do you wish for? Make each small moment more blissful, and the totality of your life's experience will be grand. Allow yourself to reveal in this joy. I said about this card with the stars, and I think in pile 2, I can't remember the number, it looked like she was making a wish on a star. There could be something that you are wishing for. It could be moving. It could be making new connections. It could be that you want to meet somebody new in your life, and you're thinking about how that will come into play if you're thinking about moving or stepping up to this new change. And let's have a look at your goddess cards. So you've got Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything there is light. I am that light. She's got a hand on her heart space, so it could be that you're being called to focus on your breath. Like it said in one of the cards, I can't believe which one it was. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe there's a little bit of anxiety around your heart space at the moment, and maybe you're being called to focus on your breath. If you breathe quite shallow and quite fast, especially if you have anxiety, or maybe you're just being called to slow down, like with the fish card here. I'm just going to have a little look in the book and see what messages there are. My brain just read that as Shekinah. It's not singing it like Shakira. Let's see if I can find it. There's so many of these cards in this book, so it takes me a while. I probably should look it up at the beginning. You might be a fan of Shakira. Maybe you need to listen to Shakira. Maybe you need to move your hips and dance, socialise with your friends, your shoal of people. What number is it? Let's see, 138. In the Zonar, the main sacred text in Kabbalah, the Shekinah is described as being a world within the world, as a bright radiance at the centre of everything, all life on earth. All consciousness is part of her light and is therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of, I don't know if I can pronounce this word, immanence, is that the divine presence is manifested in the material world, so there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also part of the divine. The Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and is in the cells of all the people and objects you see around you. She is also about pure experience. She is the message, the truth that there is light at the centre of everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad. And Shekinah is the reminder that we are not just this body, or this pain we might be going through, or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We are molecules of heaven in human form, and right now we can just know this. We can experience the light we are, and that we can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need, not words or meaning, but simply a more profoundly more radiant being. And then the meditation here is enter the heart and repeat this mantra, I am light, and see what images or words arise. The intention at the centre of everything there is light, and I am that light. So, I mean, just the colours of it is so nice. This might represent your solar plexus as well. your solar plexus is creativity. You might be called to be more creative. I'm just seeing what other messages come through. I feel like I want to say make sure you're breathing through your nose really deeply if you can. Try to take deep breaths, as that can really help. And she's got like a light above her crown as well. So, and you've got a crown here on the Queen of Pentacles, so there might be some energy in your crown chakra that is changing with this soul gifts and training. There's a lot of yellow here as well. Okay, so let's see what letters and numbers we can get for you. Hi pile 3361, so here are your letters. You may get some messages, there may be some initials in there for you, or there may be words that stand out for you perhaps. We'll just see what comes out. So if you've got headphones on, or if you've got the volume quite loud, just a warning, because when I get them out of the bowl they can be quite loud. We're also going to roll some astro dice, which are also quite loud as well, so I'll turn the volume down my end so it's not too loud. Okay. So we've got quite a few letters. We've got E, A, G, L, got owl. Owl, short for Alex. Mel. F. G. X. C. J. Jax. D. Another F. L. Jal. O. Y. M. Is that an N? Yeah, N. A. We've got lots of A's. S. It could be double initials, like the same letters in a name or initial. I don't know if you can see all of those. I'm going to move them around just to see what words we can make from them. I'm not always great at this, so I will keep them still so you can screenshot them later, and then you can see if anything comes out. We have Max. This is really hard, guys. If you can see anything, then that's great. Sometimes it's difficult to find the words. I don't know why I'm seeing flan. You could be a fan of flan. What have we got? We've got D. I'm just going to keep them still and see if I can see anything. Don't forget we've got O up there. I want to say London. We've got London. You can double the letters that you see there. So we've got London. You might be visiting London, or you might know somebody in London. We've got the Fool. If you double the 0, the Fool card, so new beginnings. Let's see. We've got the word land, so new lands to explore. Have we got the word? No, we haven't got a Y. I was going to say cozy, but yeah, we do have a Y. So cozy. Your main focus could be if you're finding a new home, to make it all cozy, or just making your home cozy right now. We're just coming out of the end of winter, so you might be hermiting quite a lot. We've also got January, so January might be an important month for you. You might be born in January, or someone you know is born in January. At the moment we're watching this in January, but this is a timeless reading, so from whenever you're watching this, we've got Monday. There was an N, there it is, M-O-N, Monday. Yep, we've got D-A-Y as well. What else have we got? I'm going to pull some astro dice. I'm going to roll some astro dice now to see what comes out. In the meantime, screenshot this, and you can always come back to this later if you need to. So these are going to be quite loud, so I'm sorry. Just I'll turn the volume down my end, and if you've got headphones on, it's just a warning really. Okay, so we have the number 5, which could be May, could be a significant month for you. You could know someone that's born in May, or your birthday could be the 5th, or their birthday could be the 5th. The number 5 could have some importance to you. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday could be important. So there's that one. We've got Aquarius, so you could be Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your 5th chart. You might know somebody who has Aquarius in their 5th chart. Aquarius can represent unique ideas. You might have some new ideas that you want to get started on. You might have Aquarius in your 5th house, which is passion and love, success and creativity. And then we have Venus, so you could have Aquarius in Venus, or Venus in your 5th house. Venus is Taurus and Libra. It's also Friday, so again, that is double confirmation for a Friday. And Venus rules love, of course, and money. You could be receiving some money soon. Or you could be attracting more abundance. You might feel called into doing some rituals on a Friday if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah. Oh, that's upside down. I hope that this helps, and it might be worth looking into your chart as well, you know, if you're not familiar with your chart, and just learning more about that, especially your 5th house. There could be some new relationships coming in. There could be, you know, new family relationships, or you could be called to do something creative and innovative with Aquarius. Yeah, so please do let me know if there were any messages that you resonated with. If not, don't worry, you can always watch another pile. You might find that there's more messages for you in the other piles. And yeah, just send me a message and let me know what stood out for you, and if you like this reading. And I'd love to see you here again for more readings. And yeah, thank you for being with me. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and sending you so much love. Okay, bye bye.